Peep that shirt though. Peep that shirt. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homies. Support those in your city. This Foodie Local back at it again with another mukbang. Today we about to get some Chinese food from Golden Chef. You know, make sure to stay tuned. With all that being said, peace. What up with the YouTube? It's your boy Foodie Local back at it again with another mukbang. As you can see, today we got the Chinese food. We got a whole bunch of Chinese food. I went down there to Golden Chef. It's in Chandler, Arizona. It's off of Arizona Avenue in Pecos. I got a family meal for $50. I mean, it's supposed to feed 5 people. 5 people, yes, 5 people. You could feed a whole family of 5 for $50 flat. First, I'm gonna get some of this pork fried rice. Throw it on my plate. Pork fried rice is fire. I ain't even gonna cap. I'm gonna get some of this orange chicken. Pour it on my plate as well. Pour some of this orange chicken on my plate. I'm also gonna get some of this beef and broccoli. Pour the beef and broccoli on my plate. You know, put that back. They also gave us a whole thing of egg drop soup. I'll get some of that a little bit later on. But I'm gonna go ahead and dig into my food. What I am gonna do though, right now, is put my plate on top of the egg drop soup so you can see my food a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with taking another bite of the rice. Oh my God, the rice is fire, yo. I don't know if you ever been to Golden Chef or if you live in the city of Chandler, make sure you go check it out. If you live in the state of Arizona and you're just passing by Chandler, make sure to go check it out. Again, it's off of Arizona and Pecos, near the Walmart Plaza, and it's called Golden Chef. This is a lot better than Panda Express. You know, some mom and pop shop is bomb. It's low-key slept on. Right here we got the calamari. I'm just gonna go ahead and they come with sauteed bell peppers. They come with sauteed onions, and they also come with these little, I want to say, they kind of look like jalapenos. I'm not too sure what they are. But I'm going to just try it like that. Wow. And the onions and jalapenos and bell peppers, it just tastes like they quickly sauteed them and then they took them out. And then they just threw a whole bunch of lime and salt on them. So if you're not a fan of lime and salt, keep that in mind. Me personally, I think they're delicious. Other people might think differently. I had to call ahead of time and see if they're open because yesterday they were Sunday and I did I forgot what I did yesterday. What mukbang I did yesterday, but oh yeah, I did the Paisa Tacos yesterday. Before we went to the Paisa Tacos, we went to 5 different places because everything was closed. So I had to call ahead this time to make sure that this place was open. That way I'd have to go to 5 different places before I actually got some food. Because yesterday originally it was supposed to be Hawaiian food again. I was gonna go down to the Golden Hawaiian Barbecue Grill and get something different from what I got last time. If you want to see what I got last time, I'll copy the link and I'll put it down there in the description so you can go ahead and check it out. The last thing I got from the Golden Hawaiian Barbecue Grill. Make sure to watch this video first. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell, man. Hit that bell so I can keep you updated on more food. So you could go out on an adventure with me, Foodie Loco, around the state to try the best foods that we got out here. And it's not just gonna be just foods out here in the state. I mean, granted, there's gonna be a lot of videos from places out here, but I'm going to I'm gonna travel a little bit more pretty soon and go to different states and show you what kind of food they got out there as well. I'm also gonna throw more food reviews, not just mukbangs, food reviews of training food that's popping. So I can keep you guys posted on what to eat, what to try, if it's worth it, if it's not worth it. Right now it looks like that ghost pepper donut thing is popping. Like a lot of people basically like a lot of people are trying it. There's a lot of YouTubers that did it. I'm late on doing it. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna do it. I'm still debating if I should do it or not because I don't like spicy food. And I heard that donut, I'm not too sure what it's gonna do to me. I get really bad heartburn easily. So we'll see. And it's not just that I get heartburn. I guess I don't know how to explain it because I could eat like a jalapeno with my food, and sometimes I don't even get heartburn at all. But it's like whenever I eat something cooked, I get heartburn. Even if I eat just Italian food gives me heartburn. So I try to stay away from stuff that gives me heartburn because that's no fun. You see this broccoli right here. So far off the texture alone, the broccoli doesn't look like it was been overcooked. You know, sometimes people cook overcooked vegetables when they boil them, and then when you go down there to grab it, it's all mushy. I hate vegetables like that. It don't taste like it's been overcooked at all. It tastes good, like it's marinated perfect in the sauce. It wasn't. It's not all drowned in the sauce. either. This time if you see me picking stuff off my food, it's most likely peas. I don't really like the peas. I don't really do peas too much at all. So when I first started doing these videos, I told you guys about I was gonna do a story time, you know, about what I eat, and I think I mentioned about my first time really getting in trouble with the law. I was gonna do a story time, so I decided, hey, you know, why not tell you my first time getting in real trouble with the law. And you know, I've been to county jail before a few times for petty stuff, but this time I actually ended up going to a private prison called CCA out there in Florence, Arizona. And listen, the reason why I went out there was because I was up to no good. I was out here wilding, you know, not listening to nobody, trying to figure out how to come up on some fast money. So I'm not gonna say no names at all, you know, cause I don't get down like that. But there's a time when I was hurting. Me and one of my homies were hurting. Maybe me a little bit more than him, but him as well. And we were sitting there talking like, damn, what are we gonna do? You know, how are we gonna get some money so that we could live, you know, a better lifestyle? We're talking and thinking. So the homie that I'm talking about right now, we're just gonna call him Person A. That's it, Person A, no names. So Person A was like, man, I really don't know how we're gonna come up on some money. And then he ended up helping me get a job somewhere else, working. Some weeks passed by, he ended up hitting me up, Person A did, and said, hey, you know, I got in contact with these people, you know, and they talking about if you go pick up this and that over here across the border, they're gonna cut us off with some bread. I said, bread, say less. So Person A introduced me to Person B, which was the person that got all that stuff over there. I went out there, you know, a few times. Got away with it a few times. Picked up some work, got away with it. You know, it's so easy that I wanted to keep doing it, you know? When you come from working and only making $2,000 a month to end up making $2,000 to $5,000 in a day, you know, it really changes your outlook on your situation, and it makes you want to not ever work again. So I got caught up in that. It didn't last long. It probably lasted about like a month, if that. But that's only because I was really, you could say, consistent with going back and forth. And when you do stuff like that, you don't want to be consistent with going back and forth because your face looks familiar. I had ended up getting stopped at the checkpoint in Lukeville, Arizona a few times. And they told me, what are you doing out here? You got no business out here. This and that and this. We're gonna catch you one day. You know, just automatically assuming that I was transporting stuff. They had no proof, obviously, because they didn't catch me. Well, this one week, out of the whole week, I was there 5 times that week. 4 days before I got caught with 90 pounds of marijuana, right? And that's funny. One day I went there, I had somebody else, you know, drive up to work back. I called somebody else. I met some other people somehow, some way. We're not gonna go into detail on how I met them. Anyways, I ended up meeting them, and I got them to drive back with it. And since I was already, you know, like heated, you could say, heated basically meaning like they already were onto me. I decided to go first, drive before them instead of drive behind them, and make sure, you know, they don't run off with the work. I drive before them, and right when the checkpoint officers seen my car, they stopped 5 cars in front of me, and then they stopped 5 cars behind me, and they searched all the cars that they stopped. And one of the cars, they found 90 pounds of marijuana. It's a whole lot of work. So the people that they caught it on, they ended up crying, snitching, this, that, third. Threw me underneath the bus. You know, the 90 pounds of marijuana was never in my possession at all. It was never in my car. None of that. At all. So they ended up taking me in anyways. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Because I guess I was a suspect, or just because they seen me previously before, and they always assumed that I was, you know, transporting. And then finally on those days they caught me near a drug bust basically. Well, anyways, the people that got caught with it, they ended up snitching on me, this, that, the third. I ended up going up to this little private-owned prison called CCA, but I wasn't in the CCA side. I was on a different side called FCC. And as they took me there, they drove me up there. On the bus ride there, I ain't gonna even lie, I was low-key kind of scared because I had never been to no prison before. And we're driving up. All they said was we're taking you to Florence. They didn't say we were taking you to CCA or SEC. And SEC is a federal-owned prison, so it's a smaller prison than what a state prison would be. And on the ride there, I seen like two gates, you know, filled with barbed wire. It had the electrical signs on there. As we were walking through the gates to get into the prison, there had basically guards with like AR-15s walking with us. So low key, I was kind of scared, just because of the fact that, you know, I was younger at the time. I was about like 22. I never really been to prison. You know, I did a little county time, but county time ain't nothing, bro. Honestly, if you ever been to county, realistically, as much as people hate to admit it, county time is like being in the streets. You know, it ain't nothing. But when you're going to prison, and you know that there's people in there that are fighting life cases, or people that, you know, are real convicts and been in the system since forever, it kind of changes, you know, it kind of, you kind of look at stuff a little bit differently. So as they're booking me, I was talking to a few people, you know, I kind of got a little bit more comfortable or whatever, because I'm talking to people. It's not that bad. This, that, the third. I thought it wasn't that bad because I'm talking to people. They seem like they don't seem too crazy. But all these people are barely getting processed into the actual facility as well. But it ended up being, my prison or my time ended up being not that bad. There's certain rules that you really gotta listen to while you're in there. That it's a little way, it's a lot more serious in county, and it can get a lot more serious in county. But if you try to stay out the way, people won't bother you too much. That's what I did when I was out the way. I mean, that's what I did when I was in there. I tried to stay out the way. I wasn't really, you could say, I wasn't really in there politicking like that because I didn't have a large amount of time to do. So I was already, about to go home from what I've seen. Because they only sentenced me 6 months. That ain't nothing. That ain't even a full year. So I went in there. My people walked up to me. And when I say my people, when you're in prison, at least out here in the West, if you don't know, you stay with your race. The whites go with the whites, the blacks go with the blacks, the Mexicans go with the Mexicans. But even within the Mexican card out here in Arizona, we have a different, we go with different, like the Mexicans that were born in Mexico, they call them the paisas, they go with the paisas. The Mexicans that were born out here in Arizona, we're Chicanos, but they call us AZs, so we go with the AZs, along with white people. Luckily, I met some people in there that were cool, that kind of took me underneath their wing. Right now you can't tell, but when I was in there, they had me working out. I was doing about like anywhere from 300 to 700 burpees a day, easily. Sometimes up to 1,000. We'll do like the 3-2-1s, the burpees, and that's basically and this is for people that are out of shape too. This ain't even the like the in shape, because they had two, I guess we could call them 2 classes for people barely getting processed in that are out of shape, and we still did like 700. But the people that were in there for a long time, they're doing like thousands of burpees, a whole bunch of pull-ups, a whole bunch of sit-ups, a whole bunch of push-ups. But me, since I was just a newcomer, I ended up just getting the beginner class. It only took me about like 2 weeks before I started running the class, because I got good at it. Well, anyways, we do the 3-2-1s, which is basically like 300 burpees. 100 burpees with 3 push-ups, and then we'll go down to 100 burpees with 2 push-ups, and then we'll go down to 1, which is 100 burpees with 100 push-ups. And that's just like, what we did in the morning. And then we'll do different workouts throughout the day, like the water bag and stuff like that. So that was basically my little prison story. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I don't want to glorify that. Also, because I ain't about to sit here and say no crazy stuff on camera. But for those that never been, prison ain't really that bad. I wouldn't recommend going though, because you sleep on a little ugly ass bed that hurts your back. You don't get all this delicious food that you get out here. Some people do make a lot of spreads though. There is people that have money while they're in prison, but they still don't get, you don't, just because you got money don't mean you can't go to the store and buy some Chinese food. You're eating chicharrones, chips, and ramen noodles if you have money. And the food is disgusting. Sometimes it may be good. If the food is good, it's never enough to get you full. If the food is nasty, there's always a lot. It seems like there's always a lot of food. And even the good food isn't that good. The good food just tastes like a high school cafeteria, like stuff that you get out of a high school cafeteria, like if it would be pizza or whatever like that. That's still not that good. A lot of times, the nasty food just has a lot of potatoes, onions, junk in it. But I mean, that was my little story of the day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know, if you want to see more content. Also, if you want to see me eat the ghost pepper donut from Dunkin' Donuts, give me up to 7 likes, bro, and I'll do it. With all that being said, this Foodie Loco. Thank you for watching. Peace.